Why this beat so
See, I really
crazy?
been out on the mission to keep out his paper. We had to still come in and flip it. Started out riding Batman with the geeches. When that shit didn't work, talk to pop about the chicken. All of them talking my badass, still ain't listen, was living. But taught me the ways of that kitchen. Don't need me a pot, I can microwave with it. I bang the high seat just like a Christian. Went from
A report came out today, and I texted to you earlier. A report came out today. I think was it Sam? Yes, Sam Amico from the Athletic. I think that's his name. Sam Amico from the Athletic. He's a senior NBA writer, whatever. He came out a report saying naming the teams that are supposed to be on the front lines. Oh, Brunson down. Expected to pursue Kevin Durant in the offseason. The 4 teams included were the Lakers, the Mavericks, the Spurs, and the Heat. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go ahead and eliminate 2 teams out of that. Let's go ahead and eliminate the Heat and the Mavericks. The Mavericks literally cannot trade for Kevin Durant. They can't. And we all know that man Kevin Durant is not going to go to Miami. He wants to go win a title. Ryan, how did we get here?
Man, it always seems like, especially
It's
this
always
year.
it's always our 2 teams.
It feels like it's always that shit. Always that shit. I don't know. I mean, low key, like obviously, I would love KD. It would just depend on how much you'd have to give up for him and what you'd have to give up for him.
I don't care. If it ain't Castle, if it ain't Fox, and if it ain't Victor Wembanyama, bye. I don't. Do you understand what'll happen if we get Kevin Durant? You know how I will, like, what I would lose my mind with. But I had to put out this report though that the Lakers were listed as a team. If Kevin Durant goes to the Lakers somehow, some way, because I don't even think it's possible. Which I don't even think it's possible because I don't think y'all got the picks. Y'all don't got the young player capital. I don't know who y'all would give up. But I'm going to just say it regardless. If y'all were to get Kevin Durant, oh, y'all are winning the championship. Y'all are winning the title. But I don't think he's going to the Lakers. I don't think y'all have the necessary things to give up to him, which leaves it leaves 3 teams realistically. And like I said last time, I gave my teams in the last episode, the Grizzlies, the Spurs, OKC will be my top 3 teams to get him. But it's looking like, and I'm not even saying it to be biased, but it's looking like the Spurs might really be interested in getting Kevin Durant. And I have to say it. I live in Houston, Texas. I would seriously consider moving to San Antonio. Seriously consider. I know Ryan's gonna laugh at that, but I'm so dead serious. I will seriously consider getting season tickets if we have De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and Kevin Durant. But in all seriousness, the Spurs will most likely be in contention for a championship. If he goes to a team like Dallas, which is impossible, I don't think it really moves the needle for them, honestly. I think they get better, but I don't think they could win a title. I just don't trust the health of Anthony Davis. I just don't. That's just me. But I mean, in Kyrie Irving off this ACL, it just doesn't seem likely for that. The Miami Heat are contenders. OKC is a team I think that might try to sneak in there, but honestly, just like I don't think OKC. I think if the Suns were to trade with OKC, they're gonna play hardball. They're gonna ask for a guy like J-Dub. They're gonna ask for one of their key players, and I just don't know if you're OKC if you're willing to give that up because realistically, they're gonna have to come off of probably because they're the highest paid players is you got Lou Dort, Shea Gilgeous, and Jalen Williams. I don't know if he got extended or not. I don't know what his contract is like. But I know this year he's only making $4 million. But they're probably gonna want J-Dub in a deal for KD. If they don't give up J-Dub, they're going to have to give up a lot of their key role players, probably Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort. You're going to have to come off a lot of guys to match that Kevin Durant contract. I think Isaiah Hartenstein might be in that trade too as well. Because Kevin Durant next year is set to make, $54 million. So, I mean, hey, he's coming at a high price, not to mention he wants an extension. So it's going to be a team. It has to be a team. And they were saying Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a team too. But we'll see where Kevin Durant goes, but I'm just glad my Spurs are in the mix, and I hope Brian Wright's like we go all in. I just hope we go all in. But what's your thoughts on KD, Ryan?
I agree with you. I don't think he's gonna go to the Lakers. It would be cool, but again, it would be all about what you have to give up for him. I don't think he's gonna go to the Heat either. And what was the other team? You said the Mavs. Yeah, no, I can't really see him going to the Mavs either. So I mean,
It was the Lakers, Mavs, Heat, and Spurs
Okay.
that was listed.
See again, I do think later in especially in the offseason, there's gonna be other teams that are gonna be interested in it that we'll probably start hearing. But I mean, out of those teams, out of those 4 specific teams, I do think the Spurs probably got the best possibility to get him. Again with the Lakers, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously KD would be amazing. He'd be great. He's a great player. But again, it's all about what you have to give up. And yeah, again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about KD. KD's an amazing player. He's still amazing, especially at his age. But yeah, out of those 4 teams, I do think the Spurs would probably be the best option for him. Again, I also do think that Timberwolves would be a solid option for him as well. I just don't know if they'd be able to and what they'd have to give up for him. But
Well, they would have to give up basically Randall.
Mm-hmm.
They can keep Gobert, so it would have to be like Randall, I think
Uh-huh.
Nikhil, and some picks. But
Again,
it's really what Phoenix wants, because
True, yeah.
if you're Phoenix, it depends on what you value more. Like the Spurs can give you young players and picks.
True.
The thing is, the reason why like I like the Spurs is the best option is because they don't have to give up key pivotal players to where like you go to OKC for the contract, you have to give up somebody of value. Like there's no way you can make this trade without, because I'm trying to see what, let me go look at OKC's books for next year.
You know what? I'm rooting for you guys to get KD. I want to see you move down to San Antonio. I want to see you get season tickets, and you're gonna get the insight of every single game. Be able to come over here and talk about every single game. I'm rooting for him to go to San Antonio. Because if he goes to San Antonio, man, you were saying, Ryan, you think I'm joking. I'm gonna buy them season tickets. I want to see if you buy them.
I ain't gonna lie, I would be like, it's definitely something that's on the table, 100%. Like, but the thing is, here's the thing about that though. It's like I'm part of me is joking, and part of me is not, because like we will be the Showtime. Like we're talking about essentially, and it's basically like a super team in a way. Like I would lose my mind. Like once if I ever get notification that Kevin Durant ever became a San Antonio Spur, I lose my mind. But I mean, realistically, like Minnesota, like okay, see, I'm looking at their books for next season. And the cap, like they have cap space, but it's like, who do you give up for KD? Like, okay, so say for example, so they would probably most likely the 2 guys that will be involved in the trade, you'll be Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, and you got to give up those picks. So this will be primarily a pick trade, but you have to send out salary. The only guy on the team that's like making big, I mean, you could give up Caruso, but I think Caruso is very pivotal to them though. I don't think you get Kevin Durant, you want to come off of Alex Caruso as well as giving up Lou Dort and Isaiah Joe. You're giving up 2 of your big time defenders. And like it's just because a lot of guys still on rookie deal. Jalen Williams is still on his rookie deal. I forgot they had Nikola Topic. I forgot they drafted, bro. They got him coming in next year. Jesus Christ. You got Casey Wallace. He's still on his $5 million year next season. So I mean, the only like Caruso's making 18, Lou Dort's making 17, and Isaiah Hartenstein's making 28.5. So one of those 3 guys are going to be, if not 2 of those guys are going to be in the trade for Kevin Durant. And I just don't know if OKC is going to want to gut their team. Not to mention if that relationship is even solvable. So cut them out of it. So if you cut them out of the equation, it just really makes sense for the Spurs. And it's right there. And I don't think you don't have to give up an insane amount to get him too if you're San Antonio.
Yeah. Also for OKC, I also think I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, OKC loses like somehow, like first round or like even the second round. I do wonder how aggressive they would be to try to make a big move like that. But yeah, I mean, I think San Antonio would be a great fit for him. Don't get me wrong.
Because he could legit be the second co-second option with him and Fox.
I just do really. I don't know. I guess it's more the fan. I would like to see him in Minnesota. And again, I do think, like you said, they can give up Randall. probably a couple other draft picks. They're obviously gonna have to go up somebody else, but there's no way in hell they're trading him to the Lakers. No
Oh
way.
no.
No.
Yeah, I think realistically, bro, just I think it's only like I'm even looking at Memphis, and I don't see Memphis coming off Bane for him. I don't see Memphis coming off Bane. I don't see them coming off Jaren Jackson. It's really only like two teams I think that can realistically, unless a team come out of nowhere, like. But I think there's maybe only two teams that I think can realistically go get him, and that's San Antonio and Cleveland. Those are just really my two teams.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't got nothing else to say. I do think it's kind of dumb for them to have the Lakers in that report personally, but whatever.
Well, they're gonna do it just to,
Yeah,
what I'm saying, just build up the hype that this man could legit be a Laker, but he ain't gonna be no Laker. But